Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Spicy Tales Podcast with Kim and Stacy.
What up?
We got a special guest today. You can introduce her.
So this is our friend Mariam.
Hi.
How do you know Mariam?
So Mariam and I go way back to 2011, I want to say.
2012, I think.
2012? Yeah, so we met.
I feel like I never really heard you speak of her though.
Yeah, because so I've known her that long, but we didn't get close until last year.
Yeah.
Last year around her birthday is when we started hanging out a lot and getting closer because she left her deadbeat baby daddy. And then, we started seeing her more. She was locked away for a while,
For too long.
Yeah, she was kept in the high tower like the princess. So
And Mariam's a baby.
yeah, she's a baby.
I'm 30.
She just turned 30 this
Yeah.
year.
In July.
Yeah, she turned 30 this year.
Wow, she turned 30.
Yeah, so in the last year, our friendship has blossomed
Mm-hmm.
and gotten a lot.
She's one of the
stronger.
besties now.
I know she's in the inner circle now.
She really is.
She's like a sister to us now. Yeah.
Yeah, I really like Mariam.
Okay.
I know when I first met you. Wait, I don't know when I first met you. Were you at the barn
No,
birthday for
No.
Alicia?
the Hennessy night.
Yeah.
Oh, I
No,
think
she
I
wasn't
had just
there.
had Chloe.
She had just had her daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why she.
Yeah,
didn't
that
come.
was in 2020.
That was in 2020.
Yeah, that's what
No,
I-
that was 2020 because I had just met my boyfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So so then we became friends. Well, I mean, we were always cool. I always liked her. When I first met her, I met her through our Gemini friend, the crazy one, who was supposed to be
here.
our guest today, but
She bailed.
she's always bailing. So
Not always veiling. It's true.
thank you. Let's not pretend like
Call
I'm
her
making
all
up
the
lies. I'm not.
Really, though.
We will call her out, and we don't give a damn. She,
No.
you know what? She knew. She knew she'd get called out. But anyways, yeah. So I met her through her. I liked her a lot from the jump because she's a stoner, and you know me, I love to smoke.
Mm-hmm.
So
I don't know why I don't know you as a stoner, but I guess
Me?
you are.
No.
yeah, well, not as much
no.
anymore. She
Okay.
used to be.
When I had the kids, both times I had to stop smoking weed,
Yeah.
right? And then after, it just made me very anxious, so I stopped for a while. But now, since I started living with Kim, I'm back on it. Right back where I was.
back at it.
Back
Back at it again. Yeah, so, me and my marijuana influence, I can't help it. I'm so sorry. But yeah, that's why I always really liked her because she was, stoner. So that's how we had bonded from the jump. And then last year we started getting closer, started hanging out more. She came to my birthday this year too, birthday dinner.
Where was that?
You were gone to up north with your man.
Wait, was I this
Yeah.
year?
At the beginning of the year, January.
No, not this year. Was I?
Yeah.
No, not this year. I wasn't in Vancouver this year.
No. I said up north.
Oh well, I guess that's east. That's west end. Up north, where? Oh, his hometown.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So
Was I?
I'm pretty sure.
Where? What'd you do
we
for your
went to-
birthday?
We went to Al's
Yeah.
Steakhouse.
Al's. And then we went back to Kim's house after.
Wait, wasn't it when we went to the arcade?
Oh yeah, we did that. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
but you didn't come to. Okay, so
yeah.
that's right.
What do
That's
you
right,
mean?
you didn't- okay, that's right, you didn't
I
come
went
to
to the
that.
arcade.
Yeah, that's
no,
right,
I was
that's right.
there. I was there.
But then we went to Al's Steakhouse a week after. 'Cause
Okay.
that's right.
Oh,
Kayla was taking me out to
yes.
dinner, so we did a dinner, and so she came to that as well.
Okay.
So then we started.
Yeah, that's when I started seeing Mariam
Her
more.
more,
And
yeah. And then and then
happy
the
she's
rest
here.
is history.
Okay, so I'm gonna say my spicy tale because I actually have one.
Ooh, fine. Thank God.
This happened right after high school when me and Luigi had just broken up.
Oh, sad face.
And
Lies. Just kidding.
I don't
Love
know
you, Luigi.
why I started not seeing. I can't even say seeing because I don't know what I was doing, but I was seeing this white guy that went to our high school. He was a year younger than us and he was a pothead. I don't know why I slept with him, but I slept with him and he brought a backpack and then I think he slept over.
Mom was definitely at work.
Yeah, she was definitely at work. Or actually at this time, or she might have been in Montreal. I don't know. Mom's never home.
Sandra's always somewhere.
That's why we were always doing stupid shit because Mom was never home. She
She's
was
like-
working hard. She was providing for her
Providing
family.
for her family.
And at the time, me and Luigi, well, not at the time because we weren't dating anymore because I cheated on him, but
He knows. He already knows. It's fine.
It's so crazy because like for the longest time, a lot of people didn't know what happened because he just didn't tell really anyone.
He's a real one because I would have thrown your.
And then I wouldn't say anything because I didn't want to look bad.
Yeah.
And I kissed someone. I didn't sleep with someone. I kissed someone, but it's still cheating, obviously, especially when you're really, really young. Like we dated from 18 to 20.
It's a way bigger deal then.
Exactly.
I mean, it's still a big deal.
But it's still a big deal. Yeah, cheating is cheating, guys. Don't do that.
Don't do that.
But I was under the influence, and that's why I try not to be under the influence as much because people make bad decisions. And also, I just was immature. I was very immature then, and I just didn't care. Which really sucks because I was his first girlfriend and he lost his virginity to me, and like I literally didn't even
all his business.
I didn't know. He know. Okay, stop. Everyone knew. Like people thought that we dated in high school because we were best of friends and we went to prom together, but we only started dating after high school. And I'm throwing shade because he said he would never date someone like me, and then he ended up dating someone like me, and then I cheated on him.
Oh no.
I'm dying.
But again, it was a makeout and it was so long ago. Anyways.
And she still feels bad about it.
I do, and we're still friends.
Yeah.
But so after we broke up, I started seeing this guy, but while me and Luigi were dating, we bought each other Michael Kors watches.
I remember that.
I got him like a gold one and he got me a rose gold one. And then so this guy slept over and then he left, and maybe like 2 p.m. It was supposed to be on my nightstand, and I look and I don't see the box anymore.
He stole your watch?
And I knew it was him, obviously, because he was the only person that came over. Wow. The watch was there before he was there, and then now it's not there, and he had a backpack. And I don't even know if I confronted him because I was embarrassed that I even slept with him to begin with. And I think I hung out with him one more time because I was I was so embarrassing. Like, I'm so embarrassed of my old self. Like, it's just no respect to myself, really.
I think we all are, so it's okay.
And then I remember when I told Luigi, and he was just like, yeah, it's crazy that happened to you because one of his good friends, in quotation marks, stole the watch that I gave him.
Oh my God, what's up with these people?
Yeah. Until this day, like, I see this guy on Instagram, the one that stole Luigi's, and I'm just like, what a fucking thief. Like, okay, whatever. You want to steal, but why are you going to steal from your own friends?
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Like, you're weird. So, yeah, that was like, to me, that was like symbolism that we weren't meant to be together. Because both of our watches got stolen. Both of our watches got stolen. So, anyways, yeah.
You're like, that's a sign.
I mean, that's a pretty good sign.
That's a sign. So, yeah, that's my spicy tale.
As if someone really came to, like, the disrespect you have to do to go into, like, that's rude as fuck.
And also knowing that, like, obviously the guy that I slept with, he gave it or stole it. I mean, he gave it or sold it to someone, right? Because it's a rose gold one. But Luigi's friend, if he wears it, he has to make sure he's not wearing it in front of Luigi, obviously.
Definitely pawned it, I would say. Like, why else?
I'm gonna look at his Instagram tonight and see if he has any pictures of that gold watch.
I'm fucking dying.
Just going through.
Because you know when sometimes you stole something so long ago that you forget
that you stole it, and you're not.
And then you be telling it on yourself. Yeah.
Oh my God.
But I feel like he probably sold it too because it's just easier if you just.
Are him and Luigi still friends?
Luigi has a lot of friends. So
yeah, it's true. He does.
I feel like they're like.
I saw you guys were trolling him when he went to the NBA game.
Yeah, like ruthless. This guy. I didn't save it, but he went to the Atlanta Hawks.
Yeah, I think Atlanta Hawks.
And he was in the nosebleeds, and that's fine, but I'm still gonna roast you on it. Like, so I roasted him. I was just like, what the fuck? Like, where are these seats? And then he sent me like he posted on his stories of a bunch of people like replying, being like, bro, you're sitting with Jesus. Like,
yo, people were...
No, he's not a rapper. He's
actually.
But there was a Luigi. Apparently, there was a Luigi that went to like Immaculata Immaculata. So there are these black Luigis roaming the streets.
I'm fucking done.
I don't know what their parents.
I'm sure half of them are Haitian because I don't know, man.
If this one was Haitian.
Our producer is shaking his head. It sounds like he might be.
Was he mixed? Or he was dark? Okay, so he was actually black. Okay, well, not that mixed people aren't black. Oops.
First of all,
Oops.
not all black people are dark. Okay.
Yeah, I know.
I know, but you said dark.
Say what the... No. Because I thought he was mixed.
So I finally got a family doctor.
Yeah.
And first of all, I'm super happy he's black and he's British. Love it. So I had an appointment, like the introductory appointment. And so I go, whatever, and he's like asking me a series of questions. And he's like asking me about blood work. And he's like, yeah, like there's an extra test to do, the vitamin D test. Like, he's like, but us black people, like, we're going to be deficient because there's never enough sun in this country for us and whatever. And he's like, oh, and then he stops himself and he goes, oh, I'm sorry, do you identify as black? And I was like, sir, what? And he's like, I'm like, yeah. And he's like, I'm so sorry, I have to ask. I'm like, I use the N-word way too much to not be black. Like, stop
What
this.
a time
like,
to be alive.
I know. And I was like, oh my God.
That's
like,
crazy.
not you asking me if I identify. What do I identify as? A fucking stapler? Like, what the fuck do you mean? Am I black? Do I not look black? Like, I'm confused.
I mean,
I was
yeah,
very
you
confused.
definitely look black. That's
Thank
for sure.
you.
That's funny because my son went to see our doctor, and when he went in, she said, "Are you a he, she, or they?" And I was like, he looked at her and he didn't know what to say, so I just looked and I was like, "He's a he," and like he doesn't know what you're talking about, and I was just like,
Well, okay, the thing is,
true.
some white people, like, there's, like, spicy whites and...
Oh,
Like, there's
not
there's
the spicy
different
white.
variations.
that's hilarious.
Because
That's
for
so funny that you
for
said that.
example, like, you look
She's
white, but you also don't look
she's half-
white.
she's half
you know?
Arab.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm half Assyrian,
Ex-
but I
there we
don't
go.
like. I still, a lot of people don't like think I look Assyrian. Like they would.
I would consider you spicy white, and I wouldn't be surprised if you said something else other than, like, a European country.
Yeah, it's funny though because we have a friend,
Yeah.
our girl B.
Our girl B.
He's half
He's part Italian and part Portuguese and white.
and white, and
But he doesn't look it.
No, he doesn't. When I first met him, I thought he was like Arab or something.
Mhm.
But it's funny you said that because he thinks that he's spicy white, and he
calls
he's a
himself
vanilla bean.
He says he
I'm
calls himself
fucking
spicy white.
dead.
So it's just funny that you said that.
Yeah.
Also, the doctor asking your son, I'm sorry, how old is your son?
He's 6 now, but at the time he was only 5.
Like, that's weird.
And
Why are you asking my son what their pronoun is?
He doesn't even know. He was literally like, looks at me like, "Mommy, what is she talking about?" And it's like, I don't understand. 5-year-olds don't need to worry about that.
And
right
don't
now.
male and females have different issues, so it doesn't even matter what your pronoun is because I'm gonna based on if you're a male or female is what I can like test you on.
Right, exactly.
So,
It doesn't matter. And like, there's no disrespect to anybody who chooses to be whatever they want to be, but like, don't ask a 5-year-old that. I feel
Yeah.
like it's
Fucking
they're too
weird.
young. They shouldn't have to be worrying about that kind of stuff.
He's 5. Like,
Yeah,
I mean,
like-
he's 6 now, but like still.
Like he doesn't.
He's still 6.
He just wants to play Roblox
Yeah.
and go on
Like-
YouTube. He doesn't want to worry about who he is or what at this time. Like it's just too much.
He cares about his Roblox.
Getting
Yo,
Robux.
can I get some Robux?
Yeah.
Like, bro, chill. Like,
Literally.
like I've never, these kids, man, and their Robux, like every day you get hustled. They're like, I'm like, what do you want? I'm going to the store. You want me to get you something? Robux? I'm like, I meant like candy, bro.
And it's like a
chill.
minimum of $25.
Like, oh my, yeah, bro. They ain't playing games with them
And
Robux.
it barely
like,
gets you anything. So it's crazy.
Yeah.
that's on
Roblox.
Is that like Xbox?
It's on, like, you can play it on, like, a PS5, but, like, you can just get it on he has an iPad, and he plays it
On the app, yeah.
It's just an app. It doesn't cost money or anything, but it costs money to, like, buy things, you know? Like,
Of course, that's how they get you.
Yeah.
I just got an iPad because I switched my bank to RBC, and I got that promo.
Girl, I thought
That's awesome.
I literally switched to RBC to get the promo.
I thought you had Wealth Simple.
I did, and then I switched to RBC to get the promo.
So you don't have a.
I do. I mean, I still have the Well Simple app because I invest on the Well Simple app. But
Yeah.
it's
So
not my
so do
bank.
I. Thanks to this one, and it just takes my money,
Yeah, good.
and I'm like, every time I'm like, God damn it.
yeah, you need.
She,
to
like,
be
showed
doing
me it.
that.
She's
I was like, I don't know how to
have
make it stop.
She's like, I have all this money, but I can't touch it.
Good. I'm so happy that you're keeping
Yeah.
up with that. That's
keeping
very
up.
much
I
necessary.
can't stop it.
I mean, you can cancel it, but
I don't know how.
Like, it's not my choice.
I'm not gonna because I don't know how. Just don't tell me how. I guess.
Yeah,
Like,
don't.
I don't know how.
It'll
so
be worth it in the end.
yeah, I guess. So thanks, Stacey, my sister, looking out for my financial future.
Yeah, you'll be
appreciate
so
it.
happy in the future.
I appreciate it. She's looking out. You did the same thing for Edric too.
Yeah, and his is even better because he's much younger than us.
Yeah. So
I expect him to take care of us when we're older.
Oh my
I
God.
hope so. Someone's gotta.
That's what I think about my kids. I'm like, you better take care of me when I get old.
I mean, they will
They
for
better.
the
they
most
freaking
part,
love you,
unless
so-
they're
I
like
know.
Those
snake kids.
Wow, no, unless she was a bad parent, but those kids are like obsessed with her. My
I
God.
think they're usually obsessed with
No, her kid. It's so funny because like I watched her daughter the other day, and like we had a great day. We chilled. We're hanging out. We're watching shows. I'm working. She's sitting beside me. Not a peep, not one peep. This girl walked through the door. It was all out the window. Started crying. I'm like, what are you crying for? We had a great day. Like,
It's every time. Even like when I'd watch her or whatever, he'd be like, she was so good all day. The minute I get in, he's like, leave. He's like, get out of
yeah,
here.
like get out.
Go back to work.
Her
please.
attitude's just like worst attitude ever. I'm like, bro, what the fuck happened?
Trump's president now. What do you guys think of that?
Oh man.
I don't care.
I don't have very many words for that one.
I don't care. I also like I have a lot of friends who care.
Who?
Like Anthony.
Yeah.
And, like
Mm.
Anthony.
Anthony. Just Anthony. A lot of friends. Just
Anthony. And like he sent me a bunch of shit. I'm like, bro, I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm sorry. Like I care and like because I feel bad for the women in the States because like I like the fact that your reproductive rights are like, in jeopardy. I do feel bad about that. But like, bro, I live in Canada. I don't care. Like I barely care about who's prime minister here. Like
That's a fact. But Trudeau needs to get out of here. I'm sorry.
yeah,
I'm
like honestly,
done.
like I can't see myself as a black woman voting for conservatives.
But
and
like,
also
it's
as-
crazy because I feel like black people are conservative though.
In a lot of ways, but like
We're
when it comes
more
to immigration and things.
Yeah,
like
okay.
that,
I think that's where
social
it gets.
programs and things like like I care about those things and being people who like are like our mom used those things when we were kids.
Yeah.
Like that helped.
But
us
like
a
so
lot.
many people take advantage of.
Yes,
those
I know.
programs.
But to me, I'm like, I would rather pay more taxes to help that percentage of people, even if there's going to be people taking advantage of it, because those programs are what helped our mom get out of that state. And it's like as shitty as it is that there's people that take advantage of it, like there's people who don't take advantage of it, and it's like those people shouldn't be penalized for that. Like it's not fair.
I feel like I know more people that take advantage of it than needed, but that's just the people around.
Yeah.
You know, that doesn't mean that's like everyone, but. And
It's like a hard thing to. It's hard because it's like there's so many pros and cons on both sides, and it's like
I just feel like they're gonna do whatever they're gonna do, and they're just gonna like make sure that their family's good.
People are always listen. It doesn't matter what it is. There's always going to be someone that's going to try to take advantage of the system, no matter what.
Yeah.
Right. Like you can't stop people from doing it. That's what they do. So it's like but then there's other people who use those things for good things. Like they.
Well, all I know is that groceries are expensive.
Oh yeah, no groceries.
And the price of living is very expensive. And when Trudeau came in, I feel like life was good.
At the beginning.
And then it started to get a little better, which means it was Harper. But then it got...
COVID.
Yeah. COVID definitely ruined a lot of things for sure.
It sure did.
And like ruined a lot of mom and pop businesses,
Yeah,
unfortunately. But I feel like at this point, I was talking to my boyfriend about this, like I wouldn't want my own business because like it's hard to thrive in Canada with your own business. Like I would rather move to the States. I feel like it would be more successful than here.
More lucrative for sure.
Like working private sector versus government, I feel like government workers have way more of a cushion and like recession proof, which is kind of messed up because the government workers don't stimulate the economy.
Well, they do
Right?
downtown. That's why they want them back in the office.
Okay, but downtown is not like the country, you know?
No,
what I'm
I know, but
saying?
I mean, like government employees going into the office stimulates the economy because they're buying stuff, they're paying
True,
for
but,
parking,
like-
they're buying lunch, they're doing this.
Yeah,
like,
but I feel like they're helping like Tim Hortons, which is already a franchise. Like they're going to survive, but like mom and pop shops.
But there were a lot of mom and pop shops in the government buildings. That's what I'm saying. Like the
Were
food.
there?
Yeah, like there's a lot of like little sandwich
Yeah.
spots. There's like a bunch of little restaurants.
I used
Like
to work at one.
there's a lot of like little like restaurants that are open downtown in the downtown area for us in different cities too. Like they
But
have,
then
like,
they're only open during like
Government
government
hours.
hours,
Yeah,
which
they
is
are.
kind of messed
and which
up.
is why I say that
Like-
the government employees stimulate the economy downtown and the downtown thrives.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what about everywhere else?
They don't give a fuck about that. They're like, fuck them niggas.
Yeah. So, anyways, guys, get your emergency funds up.
Right.
I saw a stat and it was like, this is for older people, but we're gonna be old one day. That if you have a house, people that have own their house versus people that rent, from the age of like 55 to 65, the people that own houses are like significantly richer than people that rent. But also their retirement is basically based on the value of their house. And I think it's kind of fucked up that like people like use houses more to invest than to live in, because then it puts us in a really fucked up situation where like people are buying several homes and like the rich keep getting richer and buying more homes and making sure that like their family's good and for investments, whereas other people that are like trying to get in can't get in because it's like it's literally retirement for people. And that's why the government is making sure that like house prices stay inflated, because they know that there's a lot of boomers. Like there's more boomers than anyone else. And also the whole like social security right now, like back in the day, it was like for every one person retiring, there was like 10 people taking care of them, younger people. But now it's like gone down to like 3 people. So and then for us, like we're not having as many babies. So like what is it gonna? It's gonna be completely flipped by the time we're old. So I don't understand how, like clearly immigration is literally what Canada, and I get Canada is clearly like a very high immigration country. But like that's what we're like. That's what we're banking on, immigration, and that's it. Like we're not actually taking care of people here. We're just making sure that a lot of people come here to stimulate shit, but that also causes problems, obviously. Like people are hating on the Indians hard right now.
Yeah, people,
and I don't think the Indians are the problem.
I don't think that either. A lot of people have been, some people that we know.
I was gonna say,
a certain someone who is a hater.
Because
She knows who she
they're
is.
shitting on the beaches, okay?
She knows who she is.
not
But
sitting on.
yo, you're foul. You're foul.
I didn't want to say that, but you know.
foul.
Listen, when the Gemini said that first, I was just like, okay, like, leave the Indians alone. Like, how do you know? Like, I feel like you're being a hate. No.
like actual,
Not
like
Native American, not indigenous.
not the indigenous.
Indians.
From India.
From Asia.
And like when she said it, we were all like,
I'm like,
that,
that's
like-
disrespectful. Like,
and
you're
then it
being
was-
rude. And then it was on the news.
Yeah.
And it was in the news.
It was all over. It was like
yeah.
TikTok, the news, everywhere.
Like,
You
the way
started
they were
seeing
talking
it.
shit about Haitians eating cats and dogs, which was
bro.
fake news.
First of all, anyone, and I said this the last podcast, anyone who knows Haitians, Haitians don't fuck with cats like that, eh? The loup-garou, we don't fucking fuck with them like that. What the hell? They're demons. Haitians don't like cats. They say they're demons. Like, they don't fuck around with cats like that. So we would never eat a cat. Are you crazy?
Okay,
Come on.
let's just switch the subject up for a second, because I want to talk about this for the next 15 minutes.
Okay, go.
So I have a couple topics from Sex and the City, because I've been watching Sex and the City, and every single episode, Carrie, she's she's a writer on a newspaper, and she always has a question every single episode.
I just
So
finished watching Sex in the City for like the 10th time. So
I never watched the
I've
whole
watched it.
entire
I've seen
series.
it so
Good.
many times. So
It's
good.
so good. I hate her and I love her, Carrie.
Yeah, same.
Same. She's
She's
annoying
just like the
sometimes.
typical main character that's like so lost. Like she just keeps going back to this one guy named Big, who like clearly is playing with her.
Doesn't really love her.
He does, but he has like commitment issues and he's
Only with
emotionally
her.
unavailable. That's true, because he
Well,
did
no,
marry
he
that
did
girl,
cheat on his
but he did
wife,
cheat
though.
on her.
Yeah, and she's a bitch for cheat. Like, I was so mad at her for that. I was
But
like,
you know when
bitch.
like, okay, and this has happened to me before, where you almost feel possessive over someone that you had first.
Oh yeah. Trust
Like if
me on
you
that
go
one.
back with them, even if they're in a relationship, you're like, well, like they're mine.
terrible.
That's like how
Or you just
yeah.
don't feel as bad, even though obviously you're cheating.
Yeah.
Well,
Yes.
I mean, if you're also in a relationship, she was not. Actually, she was in a relationship with that really good guy.
Yeah,
Aiden.
she was.
Yeah.
She was.
And it's like, oh my God. I'm actually around that part. Like, they're not together anymore, but I'm around that part. And like, I can't believe that she did that. But at the same time, it's like, sometimes you meet someone good for you, but there's someone that like, you have like toxic love for. And when they come back into your life, like, you can't help yourself.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And like, you speak more towards that.
Shut up. Shut the fuck up.
I think we all have that.
You better.
I feel like I don't have that anymore.
Yeah, because you're happily in love with your boyfriend.
Yeah, like I literally
Like
did.
there's no. I don't think there's any temptation that could come that would make you want to.
I don't think so because I'm more mature, but it's crazy because they're our age now. Like when I started the season, they were maybe. No, I think we're even younger than right now.
They're like 30 something.
They're like actually, yeah, they're in their 30s.
Yeah.
They're in their 30s. Samantha's the oldest one, and I think she's like
35.
late 30s. Yeah, 35 in the very beginning.
I started watching it because of like after me and my baby daddy split, I was like felt like I was so old and like it was gonna be so hard to like find someone else, you know, with 2 kids. And then I watched it and I was like, these girls are in their 30s and they're living their life. Like I'll be all right. You know?
Also they're like this show takes place in the late 90s, early 2000s, and they're literally going through the same shit that people go through now.
Right now, exactly.
Like nothing's changed. Like people try to hate and be like, oh, women nowadays or guys nowadays, like we've been doing the same shit since the beginning of time.
True.
Yeah.
Like nothing, well, okay, obviously like now we're a little bit more ratchet.
Don't kill.
But like
I mean, sometimes.
Samantha was the ratchet friend, clearly.
Yeah.
I love Samantha. She's
I love
so
Samantha.
funny.
I like all of them. Like I like Miranda. I feel like I'm kind of like Miranda, like very hard on my friends. And then Samantha, like the whole life and like careless. Not anymore, clearly. And like I don't think I ever really was. I don't think I was Carrie for a very long period in my life. Except for when I was like literally a teenager.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Charlotte is very like, I don't think I've ever been a Charlotte.
No.
I've been a Charlotte in the sense that like I'll romanticize life.
Oh, okay.
And like if I meet someone that I think could possibly be my husband, like when I met my boyfriend now, like, it was pretty quick where I was just like, oh my God, like this guy could be my husband.
Mm-hmm.
I mean that. Anyways,
I'm dying.
Okay, let me actually ask a question. There's just so many freaking questions. Let's see. What constitutes as cheating?
Anything that you can't tell your spouse.
Literally.
If you're hiding something from your spouse, if you're keeping it a secret, if you don't want to tell them because you know they're gonna like it's a form of cheating.
But what if like you? So, okay, do you believe you can be friends with an ex?
I mean, I'm friends with some of I'm friends with an ex, but it depends like so like it depends, and also like if I have a new boyfriend and my new boyfriend doesn't like my friendship with my ex, like anyone who's been inside you, I just don't think it's appropriate.
Yeah, I agree with that, honestly. And having been cheated on so many times, I mean, I think there's a lot of things that people don't consider cheating and that are like normalized these days, but like when it starts with something small, usually ends up with.
So what are these small things that you would consider cheating?
Just like texting girls, like they're just my friend. It's girls usually don't just text a guy because they're friends. Like it does. I know we have our girl B and Kim's relationship, we have no,
like it's not like we've never slept together. It's never been like that. Our friendship has always been platonic. There's never been any inappropriateness. It's never crossed that line. So to me, I'm like,
most of the time, girls and guys in friendships, I don't find they work out very well.
I have a lot of guy friends that I like haven't slept with, that I'm like cool with, and that like, it's never something that I would be concerned about. However, like my relationship with our guy friend that we call our girl B, like if I fell asleep naked next to this guy, I know that I could wake up in the morning and he'd wrap me in a blanket and leave me on the corner and not touch me at all.
I mean, when we had that wild night, he went like this. He just turned his head.
Yeah, like
he's a good friend. He's a good guy.
Yeah, it's so
you do have a guy friend.
I do have. He's
but he's not an ex.
He's not an ex. No, like he's not an ex.
So you could have a guy friend.
Well, we're also dating, right? So he's friends with her. Like they were friends before, but I have no concerns about Kim and our girl B being friends, you know. Whereas in the past with my baby daddy, there was, we're just friends. No,
and were they friends before, or they?
Yeah, but like it didn't matter. It always.
And did you know them? Like, did you meet them?
Yeah, well, where we were living is Elmer, right? And everyone knows everybody in Elmer, but at the same time, everyone sleeps with everybody in Elmer.
That is a fact.
They are friends.
Elmer,
but they already hooked up, or they want to hook up. You know, so. For me, that's what I was used to. That's why, like I said, you can have a friendship with a guy, like a girl and a guy, but it's very rare.
But also, like, it's easier if you've never slept with them. Like, I've never slept with him. So it's like, there's no concern that would ever be a thing. That was never the dynamic of our friendship.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know?
I'm friends with an ex, and I think that you can be friends.
I think you can, too, because I have friends that are exes, too. But, like, if it was, like, if my new boyfriend was concerned about it and it was, like, making them uncomfortable, like I'm like, okay, well, I'm not gonna fucking put my boyfriend in a position where they're uncomfortable because I'm hanging out with my ex, you know.
But what if like, because I'm obviously talking about myself, but I'm friends with an ex, and when I started dating my boyfriend, there's a transition period where you're in a relationship, but you still feel like you're single, and like you're kind of like. Not testing, but you're careless, you're inconsiderate. And there was one time where I hung out with my ex and my boyfriend FaceTimed me, and I like was on FaceTime with my ex, and I didn't tell him that I was hanging out with him, and like he obviously felt a way about it. And then I did not handle that situation great. But we talked about it, and after that, once I talked about it with a friend and him and stuff like that, I understood, because I can be pretty hypocritical, and I felt like if he had a friend that was a girl, but again, like I've been friends with my ex for a very, very long time, since I was in high school, and we only dated for 2 years, and it was like 10 years before. So I was just like, I just made sure that anytime we hung out after that, like I never hung out with my ex alone ever again after that. And like we always hung out together, and he never felt a way about it after, because he saw it in person and he was just like, yeah, like I don't, like you guys don't make me feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But I know that there's like sometimes people have like tension still or whatever the heck is going on.
It's all about the way you go about it too.
Right.
Which is funny how you said hypocritical, because Kim constantly stays calling me out saying I'm very hypocritical and I have double standards. Well, because I mean, and I'm aware of it, but honestly, after
sometimes she gets mad at our girl B for things that I'm like, bitch.
Right, but when I explain it, it's
that's
like,
how I used to be.
I went through a lot, right? In my last, I was with him since I was 17, and I put up with a lot. So in a new relationship, I'm not going to put up with a lot of things that I used to. And also, like...
You also bring in your insecurities, too.
But, like, I know I can say, like, you can't do this, but I can. But, like, I know my intentions behind what I'm doing.
Right.
So when I explain it to Kim, that's when she's like, okay, like...
but you don't know... But you don't know his intentions.
That's my point.
And that's where I come in.
And that's where she comes in and she explains it to me. And like, it's like, you need to hear, like, I learned from Kim that sometimes you need to hear like hard you need to hear criticism like from yourself, like constructive
100%.
criticism, and like take it, because if like I can be like, yeah, I was being a hypocrite, or I was having like, you know, double standards, but like now that I've heard it from somebody else, I realize where I was wrong.
Right.
And you can work on it.
Accountability.
I know, right?
But Kim, if I tell Kim, it's not the same. Kim does no wrong.
I'm perfect. Okay, let me just throw that out
Kim
there.
Kim is perfect. I've learned that by living with her.
I'm freaking dead. I'm freaking dead.
That's not true.
No, it's not. It's okay.
But a lot of people are shady, and a lot of people are like playing in your face, though.
Yeah.
Like, some people, they try to act like, oh, I've done this before, where I've been like, oh no, we're just friends. Like, it's not that big a deal. And like, I know.
Yeah.
That's
I've
not
never
true.
done that to someone. I would never do that. That's fucked up.
Yeah.
Y'all fucked up. You're fucked up.
I was young.
You're young and fucked up.
But also, like, it was a combination of me, like, not respecting the person that I was with at the time, and also, like, just being a disrespectful person. Like, I literally thought I could do whatever the fuck I want, and people would just, like, because a lot of people made excuses for me. Like, my friends had my back, and I would explain a situation, omitting things to make me look good. So
Everyone does that.
Yeah.
and
Everyone does
like,
that.
I knew that my ex at the time, he was like a very understanding person to the point that I could take advantage of him. Like, I was straight up just taking advantage of him. It was horrible.
I mean, was the opposite for me. I was like your ex-boyfriend in the relationship. So when it comes to like, I mean, I get it, but like it's being like that person, it does suck. But at the same time, you can't let someone just walk all over you. You gotta stand up for yourself.
I literally had to break up with him, one, because I was just like, I personally feel like I should be with a black man, but two, like, I need to be with someone that could stand up for themselves. 100%. Like, I actually don't feel good. Like, you're not holding me accountable, and like now I have to hold myself accountable. Right. Like, this is freaking stupid. Like
how dare you make me hold myself accountable?
Are you kidding? Like, I was kind of annoyed. Like, wow, you're.
Like, stand up for yourself. Like,
okay, yeah, it's kind of nice that I could do whatever, but at the same time, it's like, why is my boyfriend letting me do whatever? That doesn't make sense. Like, something's wrong. Something's wrong with you.
Right.
Oh my God.
I mean, I know, I totally do get that, though. It's
no,
true.
like, in the sense of like, you need to have more respect for yourself. Like,
100%.
My boyfriend doesn't tolerate shit, and I like that really about him because it makes me.
Her boyfriend now, that man don't tolerate.
He doesn't tolerate shit, and okay, obviously I should be a more put together person and understand that I should just be respectful to my partner. Like, why be with someone you're gonna disrespect? That doesn't make any sense. I had to learn that. But two, it's like, on your end, like, you need to work on something because something's not right. I actually, like, if I was your friend, I'd be like, you need to break up with me.
That's funny because that was Kim for me. That's who the friend that I had was Kim, who was like, told it like it was, and I. Oh my God!
The first conversation we ever had about like her leaving her baby daddy, like we got like not into like it got heated because I was like, I don't give a fuck, like you need, and she was just like, but blah, and she kept making excuses, and I was like, okay, but at what point do you care about yourself?
Right, exactly.
And then it was like I said it that way, and I stand on it, like I meant it, but like I do know that sometimes I can come across a little bit harsh. Mm-hmm. I was definitely being harsh.
Oh, I'm very harsh.
But I needed to hear it at that time because nobody really, like, people were talking behind my back and stuff, but no one was saying it to my face.
Yeah.
And like now that I've like, since I've grown and like I've changed, I like am so grateful that I heard that from Kim because that comes back to the point where now I don't take any shit in my new relationship. And like I'm so happy for who I am now. Like, and I wish I would have seen it 13 years ago. You know what I mean? Like, I wasted a lot of time, like, allowing someone to just do anything, and I would just be like, oh, it's okay. Oh, it's okay. Yeah. But like you said, it's something about that person, right? Like, it's not about, it's me and what I didn't respect myself, and I didn't care about myself enough, so I just allowed him because I was like, oh, I love him. He loves me, even though he does these things. No, that's not how it works, and you need to learn it for yourself. Mm-hmm. And if you let someone disrespect you, they're just going to keep doing it. Yeah. So.
I feel like it's a common story for women, but it happens to men too, where 100%. Like, I don't know if it's like an insecurity that they have. Like, I don't know if this guy thought that I was like better than him or like he deserved it and stuff. Like, that made me sad to think that like, I cared so much about this person, but I'm broken inside, but then also you have something broken in you too. Like, you have no self-respect. Yeah. And I feel like it was a pattern for him. Like, he had dated his ex, and his ex wanted to break up with him, and it was his first girlfriend. And so he like pleaded with her, and then the solution was, okay, let's be in an open relationship.
Ugh. Yeah.
God.
And like, he didn't want to.
Yeah.
Oh. And then I think he like ended up breaking up with her at some point, but it was more like she didn't give a shit though. Like, you know, like at some point you need to step up for yourself and stand for yourself. But I'm also like very sneaky. So like he literally like when I broke up with him, like he didn't see it coming. He had no idea. And like, I mean, everyone around me had no idea really. That's how sneaky I was. So
damn, Stacy.
Yo, this girl
like,
here
I literally
wilding out.
asked him, I'm like, what do you think of our relationship? Like, well, how would you rate it from 1 to 10? And he said like a 7 or an 8. And I was like, really? I would rate it like a 3.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No.
Not the producer reading me for film.
Yeah, read her to filth. Well, I mean, she deserves it.
I was not well at the time. I think we broke up, I was like 25. Yeah, because my 26th birthday was around the corner. And my brain fully developed and I was like, I need to get out of here.
I'm done doing fuck shit.
And that's another thing that women do. Like, they'll check out like a year before. And that's what happened to me. I checked out a year before and I was just like playing it cool for a whole year, even though I was like dying inside. And I did not, like, I was acting like I was single, but I was not single. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm very happy.
That is a very true thing that girls check out before they actually break up with the guy. Yeah. I think I checked out like years in advance.
like years.
Like years. And I still was just
and like you're like a shell of yourself too. Okay, there we go. It happens to both parties.
100%.
But like you're literally a shell of yourself. Like, okay, like you're just taking shit. Well, he said he'll give us an extra 10 minutes, so we can wait till 25, I guess.
Okay.
But yeah, like you're like doing like you're on like autopilot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you just let shit go. Like people probably look at you like, how could you like? And you're like, yeah, I don't fucking feel anything.
Oh, that was like the thing is like everyone would be like, why would you allow this to happen, or why do you keep putting up with it? And I was just like, meh.
Right.
Like, you know, I was like, it's not like it hasn't happened before.
Right,
like,
exactly.
you know, I was just like, oh, what's one more time? What's one more,
That's
you know?
really sad.
It's very sad. When I think back on it now, it is 100%. And I'm like, I wish I would have realized it sooner. But at the same time, like, it made me who I am now. And I'm very proud of the person that I am now. So.
And you're just getting at 30. Like, this everyone goes through bullshit in their 20s. Shit, I don't even know. I'm pretty sure people go through their shit just throughout life, period, in relationships. It doesn't matter how old you are.
But like, it led me to good people, like you guys. So
it's true. So true. Everyone hated her. Everyone hates her baby daddy. So everyone, like, we didn't talk to her that much.
Everyone like was saying basically they thought I was like him because I was with him.
And like the Gemini's boyfriend doesn't like, even though they're like family, like they didn't fuck with each other like that. So it's like everyone just kind of associated her to be the same as him, right? So, like, I didn't see her often, like, even throughout the years, like, yeah, I've known her for a long time, but she didn't come out all the time. Like, she didn't come to, like, she would come to the parties, but they would always leave early. Like, she didn't really come out a lot. Like, it's not like we saw her often.
I also had 2 kids young, right?
Yeah.
Right. So
and then when she had her first, like, she was the first one of everyone to have a kid. And, like, so, like, we didn't really see her that much already. Like, after, once she had her first, like, we didn't see her at all, you know?
Maps for a while.
And then, so, like, you know, so.
No. Can we talk about the Gemini?
No.
We actually love Gemini.
We love her.
You have the Gemini. You have our cousin.
Yeah.
We have Kayla.
Yeah, we have Kayla. Who else?
The producer seems like chill. He seems chill because all the Geminis we know are crazy.
Yeah, Nenen is a Gemini too.
Nenen's a Gemini.
She's
yeah,
crazy.
The Geminis are, and your zodiac sign is like that. You guys are like almost like bipolar, like
Two-Face.
Not
personalities.
Yeah, no, not two-faced, but 2 personalities.
Yeah.
2 personalities.
Yeah.
I mean, who doesn't?
Yeah, right. I think I have like 10.
Yeah,
so it's okay.
Yeah,
I always tell our girl B, you'll never get tired of me. Like, there's always a new one that's gonna pop up. My ex thought it was a bad thing. My new boyfriend likes it, so you'll always find someone who appreciates you for who you are.
Exactly. You just
Very
need to
true.
Never give up, guys. Trust me, I wanted to.
Yeah.
Okay, let's call this episode. Thank you guys so much for listening to another episode of Spicy Tales. You can find us on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram at SpicyTalesPodcast.